And let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right
here. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Darnold from the gun. And he's got a noon one. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Darnold. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Lockett, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down. On first down, it's Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, Haywood! Here I come!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
57, Mike. Don't get nervous. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Darnold now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Single, slap. Hey, you're on an island. Hey, Delta.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
64, weak.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go. Draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
To throw again on second down. Darnold caught here by Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Here we go, son. 56. Check 56. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. Hey, 80.
On second down, it's Bell. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. On first down, it's Darnold. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Here's Darnold. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check mark 33. Check mark 33. Set the tone, defense. Point it right. Point it right. Point it right. Mark check 33. 33.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Washington Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It's been a long day for you. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. King.
Mayfield on play action. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Got his man, that's Mecole Hardman, the rookie. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
And again, it's Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey, alert 33. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Bravo.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
57's Mike.
Mayfield on first down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Nicole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
21, Redskins 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. Tyler Lockett, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Lockett, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. The point after try for Gostkowski. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Tighten up, tighten up. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Check, 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 check. Watch the shit. Pistol.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And an alley to run. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. That's right. Hey, Alpha. 57's the mic.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Hey, Charlie. 57's the mic.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Got a man, that's Quinn. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Good. 180. 57. Blue down. Run. 57. Mike, 57. Watch the run. They're running.
From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action now. Here's Mayfield taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. He finds some open field here. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Bell. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. This one caught by Crowder. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with them in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years, then sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
A gain of 18 and the Jets first down.
Darnold from the red zone now. Caught here by Bell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Nunez got it, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Watch twist, young lady.
Here's Bell. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Nicole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's got room. He's got daylight. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Jets will extend their lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Completes it to Hardman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Geis, they'll try to run him, and they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal.
Go, go.
To throw, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it's third and goal.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
57's the mic. Hey, exit. All day, baby, all day.
Now Mayfield on third and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second and 6.
We're going to sign. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the 31, Darnold. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
180! 54 Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, 133. My touch.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Mayfield now. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They come up in an offset eye. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Let's get off the field. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Cut. Hey, Zoo. 57. Mike 57. What?
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, orbit. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
From the 27, Darnold. On Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman, 58 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Redskins 42, Jets 38.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, there's something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Hey, Echo.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Just like that. Just like that. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 1st down, this is Geis. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
First down, New York.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Bell. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. A screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Back to throw. It's caught. Lockett. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
That's complete. It's Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, alert! Watch out!
Again they run. Again it's Geis. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
180! They're going to need some therapy after this.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
38.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a short shank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a short shank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in it. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state brought you looking bleak now? I was homeless with designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't had a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Story's treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it, hop on it. Rep for your bro, for your post, your pop, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, them out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or I'm dead. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the